ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಕ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು 2 years ಕುಕ್ ಇದ್ರು. ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಕ್ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
ನೀವೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು?
ಏನು ಬ್ರೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ಇರಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾವೇ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು, ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ.
I think that is the approach that one should have. Like they say, God helps those who help themselves. That masala is a tasty masala though. It's got a good balance of the heat, of the spice, of the sour. I can taste the flavor of the tuppa. I love the whale of tuppa that has coated my tongue. Pullimunchi saru. Oh, I love this. Well, it's about 1 in the afternoon and we are on our way from Mangalore to Bengaluru. We have stopped for a bit of lunch. I just saw a place randomly on Google which said KARAVALI Fishland. It seems to be that tiny shop up there. I'm going to go and take a look if it's some place where we can lunch at. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು?
ರವಿ.
ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದೆ ಇದು ಹೋಟೆಲ್?
4 years ಆಯ್ತು, 4ನೇ ವರ್ಷ.
ಇದರ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರಿ?
ಇದೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಹೌದು.
ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸಹ ನಿಮ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯಾ?
ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದು ನಾನೇ.
ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಾ?
ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಲಿ ಅ ಹೌಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಲಿವ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಇದೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕೋ?
ಇವತ್ತು ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೆರೈಟಿ ಫಿಶ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸಾಟರ್ಡೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವತ್ತೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಮಿಸ್ಸಸ್? ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಿಮ್ದು ಹೆಸರೇನು? ಓ, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ. ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಇದ್ರ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು?
ತೋಟ ಇದೆ.
ತೋಟ ಎಲ್ಲಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ 12 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ದೂರ.
ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಿದೆ ತೋಟ?
ತೋಟ 10 ಎಕರೆ ಇದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಾಫಿ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತೀರಾ? ರೋಬಸ್ಟಾ? ಪೆಪ್ಪರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ?
ಪೆಪ್ಪರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ.
ಓ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ?
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಸೊ ಇದು ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಬಂತು?
ಕಾಫಿ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕಾಫಿ ಸೀಸನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಫ್ರೀ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಫ್ರೀ ಯಾಕೆ ಇರೋದು, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ. ಐ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ನೇಚರ್.
ಇದು ಕಾಂಡೈ.
ಇದು
ಕೊಡ್ಡೈ,
ಕ್ರೋಕರ್.
ತಂಜರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ರಾಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ಸಂಡೇ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು.
ಮೀನು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರೋದು? ಇದು
ನಮಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಂತ ನೈಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಇದು ಫಿಶ್ ಕರಿ.
ಓ, ಇದೇನು ಪುಳಿಮುಂಚಿಯಾ?
ಅದು ಪುಳಿಮುಂಚಿ ಸರ್.
ಓ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಕರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಅ ಪುಳಿಮುಂಚಿ.
ಇದೊಂದು ಪಲ್ಯ, ಸೈಡ್ ಕಡಲೆ ಪಲ್ಯ.
ಕಡಲೆ ಪಲ್ಯ. ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್.
ಇದು ವೈಟ್ ರೈಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಡೈಲಿ?
ಇದು ಸಾಲಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ 3:30 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ 90ರಿಂದ 100 ಊಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಓ, ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. Eatery may look small and compact, but there's a lot of people, I'm told, that pass through these doors every day.
ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಖಾಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಆದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಾವು ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. 40 ಜನ ಕೂರ್ಬೋದು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ.
Oh, so about 40 people can sit. They have their home as well right here. The husband and wife. ಯಾರು ಕುಕಿಂಗ್? ಯಾರು ಅವರು ಮಾಡೋದು?
ಕುಕ್ ನಾನು.
ನೀವೇ ಕುಕ್?
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಕ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು 2 years ಕುಕ್ ಇದ್ರು. ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಕ್ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
ನೀವೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು?
ಏನು ಬ್ರೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ಇರಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾವೇ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು, ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ.
ಐ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ಮಿಸಸ್ ಕುಕ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರು ಹೋದ್ರು, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಟುಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈಫ್.
ಹೌದು, ನಾವೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮನೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಮನೇನೂ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಆಲ್ಟ್ರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ತುಂಬ ಜಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ಟ್ರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಓ, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಮನೆ ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಕುಕ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಗ ಎದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟರ್, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇಗ ಇದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್. Like they say, God helps those who help themselves. ಮಸಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು?
ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಏನಿದೆ ಮಸಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ?
ಮೆಣಸಿನಕಾಯಿ, ಹುಣಸೆ ಹಣ್ಣು,
ವಿನಿಗರ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ? ಟರ್ಮರಿಕ್,
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾರ್ನ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ರೂಪ್ಚಂದ್. ನಡೆದ ರೂಪ್ಚಂದ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪಾಂಪ್ರೆ. ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬೋನ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮಧ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬೋನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. We walked in, there was nobody, but there are already about 3-4 customers and they all look like locals. When locals eat somewhere, I think usually the place will be good. We're all set for our lunch here. And this is the basic thali. That's the regular fish curry. The coconut fish curry. I can taste the grainy bite of the coconut in that. A bit of tang from the huli. And this is the pullimunchi. This is basically, the puli is the sour and the munchi is the heat, the chili. That's the sort of pullimunchi that gets you in your throat. And then of course you've got our fries here. So this I think is the disco meanu. The disco mean, which is a very popular fish in this parts. And then you have the kodai, which is the croaker. The fish has been fried, tawa fried. I think it's been fried to an extent where it's rather kadak. So you've got this thick sort of a crust here. And he also had some denji today, some crab. So he's done me a crab ghee roast. So apparently today is the second Saturday, so most offices are closed, etc. here. So the fish that they get is 25% of what they typically get. So these are the fish varieties that we have today. There's also some bangde, there's also some mackerel there. And this gets served to you with some boiled rice. And there's a buttermilk and also a ragi ambli, which is basically ragi flour which is added to boiling water with some salt. It's a rather comforting, nourishing sort of a drink. It has the flavor of ganji, rice ganji. That's typically the sort of flavor that you're tasting with the earthiness of the ragi, of the finger millets. I think without further ado, I think we'll make a beginning with the disco mean. This is a fish that is rather fleshy. What's nice, it's got a bit of a burnt edge, but that masala has penetrated all the way into the fish. So you're tasting the salt in the fish to the very last bite. Perhaps people like their fish here slightly on the crispened side. That masala is a tasty masala though. It's got a good balance of the heat, of the spice, of the sour. I want to taste the fish just with the masala without too much of that burnt edge. Hot gravy. Oh, you also pullimunchi, huh?
Pullimunchi.
Nothing like having hot gravy. You know, the Bengal gram used to be a rather commonplace Mangalorean palya. I remember growing up, I think twice in a week my mom would make the Bengal gram, the kadle palya. Some of the toasted spices, the coconut. It's like home food. You know, many times when you're on the highway, one is scared actually of going to new places because you don't know what to expect. But I think when you walk into a place like this and you see the family, the husband and the wife toiling on the tawa, you know, dishing out the gravies, you know that they're going to take care of the kind of food that they do. They live here, their kids are here, and I'm sure they too eat the same food. Get some of the saru, some of the mean saru. Bisi curry, fish curry. I love the creaminess of the coconut that comes through in this curry. I love this palya. Very gentle. Just the right amount of toasted spice, some coconut in there. And the chana and the Bengal gram has been cooked such that it still has a bit of a bite. It hasn't been overboiled. I think next, let's go to that kodai, the croaker. This masala is got the perfect balance. I just wish the fish wasn't crispened to this extent. In Kannada there is a saying, Uppu Kara perfect is there. In this it's the Uppu Kara Huli perfect is there. That's really the sort of masala that this is. I am enjoying that masala. And I love the texture too of the kodai because it's also a little firm in its flesh. So it's got a bit of a bite. And as you bite into it, you're rewarded with the flavor of that masala. So what they do is they also add a bit of vinegar to that masala, which is a very Mangalorean thing. So that gives it a bit of acidity. And that acidity also works its way through the flesh of the fish as they keep it coated in that masala. So it also tends to slightly harden the tissue of the fish. ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಿಶ್ ಫ್ರೈ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿರಿ,
ರೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
ಅಂದರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಮಟ್ಟ
ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಬೇರೆ
ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಂಡಾಯಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದು
ಹಾಂ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದು. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅನದರ್ ಫಿಶ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೋಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. I guess sometimes they also get nervous with the camera following them. So I don't really blame them. That chana is superb. It reminds me of my mom's chana. I think next I'm going to go for that crab ghee roast. So these are sea crabs and quite fleshy at that. I can taste the flavor of the tuppa. I love the whale of tuppa that has coated my tongue. When it comes to enjoying crab, you got to go all in. Don't hold back. Got to get some of that masala. That's a masala where you can taste some of the toasted spices, whether it's the coriander, perhaps some jirige, a little bit of the tamarind that goes into it, and it complements the sweet nature of that flesh, of the crab flesh. You want to bite on it to extract all the meaty juices. I'm sorry, non-crab eaters, this may perhaps gross you out a bit, but this is the only way to get to crab. There's also some garlic there in that masala. Pullimunchi saru, that lovely reddish orange curry. Oh, I love this. Also slightly spicy. The thickness of the gravy is just perfect. It's neither too thick nor too thin. It is of the texture, the consistency where that boiled rice is able to hold on to that curry. Sometimes if the curry is too thin, it runs through and around the rice. It doesn't get into the rice. If it's too thick, it just stays on top. It doesn't percolate into each grain of rice. If the saru is neither too thin nor too thick, it gets into every grain of the rice and conveys all the flavor of that masala. The crab is fresh. I love the sweetness of the crab. I think I want to take some of the masala, some of the gashi. Plenty of tuppa that's gone into that masala. Plenty of tuppa that's gone into that crab ghee roast as that crab was being braised. I can also taste a slight edge of the salt, the chili as well, some curry leaves. And I think that gashi will also go well with the rice and pullimunchi curry. I'm feeling rather happy with myself that we discovered a rather interesting seafood stop and in a setting that's rather unexpected. I think that's why you feel even happier.
Kande fish.
Kande fish. Thank you. I think this is fried just perfect because that masala still retains its red stain and has been darkened only a bit as it's sizzled on that tawa. Oh, busy there. It's very hot. Very hot. This is a fish again that's rather meaty. It's as meaty as a kodai, as a croaker. Go for some more of that pullimunchi. This is a tiny sized crab, so it is a bit tedious. I think I'm going to ask them for some more chana. Vidya, onte chana tikunda. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇದು?
ನಾನೇ ಸರ್.
ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ? ನಂದು ತಾಯಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದು.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಭಾಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಡೇಸ್. So I think out here, people like their fish to be slightly more roasted, I suppose, which is why that masala forms a deepish crust. The kodai was fine and so was the disco minu, but This fish is slightly dried up on the inside. And I guess it also depends on the nature of the fish. Perhaps a fish like the kodai may probably have more fat within it as opposed to the kandai. So therefore this still retains its moistness, notwithstanding the fact that the masala has been charred to a crisp crust. This has been such an unexpected surprise to discover Hotel KARAVALI Fishland here in Mudigere. The minor quibble of that fish being charred a little excessively notwithstanding, I've enjoyed the curries, the fish fry and also the ghee roast, and the hospitality of Ravi and Vidya, the couple behind this home enterprise. If you happen to be in this area, in and around Mudigere, going towards Chikmagaluru, Mangaluru or somewhere else, and don't mind stopping at a tiny, modest place, definitely check out KARAVALI Fishland here in Mudigere. I hope you enjoyed this short episode of Gourmet on the Road. Until the next time, take care, stay safe and happy eating. If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page. You could pledge a nominal sum and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As and a lot more. You could support us on a Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment below. Happy eating!